Welcome to one more installment of the Jones College of Business Tech Tips. In this tip, we're going to learn about deep research. I am sure you have heard in the news about the new reasoning models that several large language model companies are doing in the artificial intelligence area. So, what is deep research? I asked Perplexity these questions, and this is a summary of the answer. It's a AI-powered tool that automates and enhances the research process. So what it does is that it performs multiple searches based on your original prompt and then analyzes hundreds of sources of information. It goes through an iterative process that finds multiple sources, consolidates information, and through something called autonomous reasoning, it evaluates the data and synthesizes the information. It also approaches different angles in the information, contradictory information, emerging patterns. It prioritizes the better sources, which is important for us. It finally takes all that information and synthesizes the findings into a very well-structured report. In simple terms, this is a comparison here of what is a simple prompt answer versus a deep research answer in either Perplexity or ChapGPT, but it applies to all these models. The simple answer is very quick, fast answer in seconds. A deep research can take 4 or 5 minutes. In the case of ChapGPT, it took between 7 and 10 minutes. It depends on what are you researching. It is a more concise answer if it is a simple search. In the case of deep research, it's an in-depth analysis. The sources in the simple search are limited to a few sources. In the case of deep research, it is an in-depth analysis with hundreds of sources. Reasoning is basic reasoning. Of course, the deep research uses the more advanced models that are interactive. They are mimic human cognition, basically. The output is brief responses, summarization, definition. Those are the use cases too. In the case of deep research, it's a much more comprehensive report, complex, almost expert-level type of report with trends and tables and hundreds of references. In the case of the format of the report, is simple text, paragraph, a couple of paragraphs, etc. In the case of a deep research, it's a very structured report with a lot of reference tables, stats, etc., and sources. Let's go do a simple example of how this works, okay? For this example, we're going to use ChapGPT and Perplexity. We're going to use this prompt, research and analyze the top emerging trends in higher education over the past 5 years, and provide a comprehensive report including key drivers, statistical data, expert opinions, highlight any disruptive technologies or innovations that could reshape the industry in the next 3 to 5 years. So that's the prompt. So let's go to our example. And in the first example we have here, in this case, is Perplexity. And notice that I already ran the query. This is the query in here. And this is the answer. Now, I ran the query because it takes a few minutes and we want to do this video. We don't want to make it too long. So here is what it did. If you go in here, the deep research, it tells you what it's doing. It is searching the web for content. It finds some articles and then it tells you what article it finds. As it finds more articles, it tells you more different avenues in the research that it's doing. It's saying, okay, I need to create a comprehensive report on the top emerging trends. I have gathered a comprehensive collection of expert opinions and statistics. It says, I will look to each search result to identify common themes. And you can expand in here. For example, in here, I can expand and it tells you more information what it's doing. Once it does that, it synthesizes the information. At the very end, it will tell you all the different things that it has searched. And it tells you, okay, I got all the data that I need. Now I'm going to create a report that is around 10,000 words. And this is the report. Now, the first thing that you're going to notice at the very beginning, it tells you all the sources that it found. When you click in there, notice that it shows you all the sources. So you can click in there and go to the actual primary source that you use to generate a report. And you will see that there is a combination of web sources, and academic sources. One of the things that you will notice in the search, and this is something important, when you create a new search, you will select in here the model. Auto is the default model, you're going to select reasoning. The second thing, in Perplexity, you have this option, what type of sources to use, web or academic. And you will select academic in this case. So, for example, I'm going to copy the report in here and run it. And it will take a few minutes. And as you can see, is creating the report in here. I'm going to go back to the previous report. And here's the report. Notice that it has tons of references. It has different kind of chapters, and it tells you some of the topics that it covered: technological infrastructure requirements, artificial intelligence, reshaping administrative and pedagogical practices, ethical implications, etc., etc. So there is tons of different topics that it covers in the report: demographics, ethics, etc. So this is what, in this case, Perplexity does. Let's go to ChapGPT. Again, ChapGPT, I copy and paste this. Again, you have to specify when you select the query to use the reasoning model. So when you go here to the new query, in here you have to click in deep research and copy paste the questions and let it run. And literally, it will take between 6, 7, and 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna show you the report if it created the report. And one thing that ChapGPT does that is different from Perplexity is that in ChapGPT, it actually, when I enter the prompt, it asks me a question: to provide a comprehensive report on emerging trends in higher education over the past 5 years, I would like to clarify a few points. It asks me, what is the scope that you need in the report? What if there is a geographic focus, if you want statistical data, disruptive technologies, preferred format. And then I answer, okay, I want a mix of trends, North America focus, and enrollment, cost, disruptive technologies in a report format with tables, graphics, stats, and summaries. As you can see, I kind of have a conversation with ChapGPT. And ChapGPT will start working in this. Now, it told me that this research was completely in 7 minutes and 40 seconds. So as you can see, this is the executive summary, and there's tons of information with reference, the key trends, enrollment declines and changing demographics, some of the topics that we are familiar with, rising costs and student debt, another very hot topic in higher education, adoption of new learning models, online, hybrid, etc. Micro-credentialing is in there too. And everything has references, so you can go to the reference and see where is that information come from. A lot of statistics, 90% increase in the number of micro-credential programs between 2021 and 2022, you can see that, etc. And then some disruptive technologies, artificial intelligence is the main one with a lot of references, blockchain and credentialing, etc. Virtual and augmented reality, again, some other hot topic in here. In summary, this report, and it generates some key drivers. As you can see, ChapGPT is a little more detailed and longer report. And it takes longer, of course, and it tells you a lot of statistics with the sources. So economic factors and forces shaping higher education, technological change. There are tables in here with different metrics and statistics. And as you can see, it's a very thorough format report. And then there is the future outlook in 3 to 5 years. So in summary, this type of report will take hours to generate if we are doing it manually. With ChapGPT, it generates in a matter of minutes. And this is basically what I was going to show you about this topic. Deep research is a hot topic nowadays. As a faculty member, you have to be aware of this technology. How can students use this technology to shape their learning? If you submit an assignment to students, test that assignment using ChapGPT or Perplexity, using the new deep reasoning models, deep research models, and see what type of answer do you get. The students might be using this. And it's important that you are familiar with sources that the students have nowadays. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. This concludes this tech tip.